Hey guys, today I'm just gonna go into outdoor texturing, just to kind of give you an idea of how to make like nice, rich outdoor areas. First, let me just show you. This is just normal green grass, rock texture. Nothing really too exciting. I mean, it's cool because you can see like the outside of the building and whatnot. But we're gonna make this really pop. Um, so first thing is for outdoor areas, you're gonna want to have like a pretty jagged layout like this. It's always a good place to start. Gives it a nice natural look to it, but the whole one big wall, not really cutting it. So what I usually like to do is go around the outside with like another jagged line like so, because this is gonna create a new layer of depth for our wall. This is where I usually like to start first because it's the easiest thing to do and it has a pretty instant impact on the look of your outdoor area. So let me just finish this up here, and then we're going to trace around the outside of this. So now we have this sector here. What we're going to do is we're going to change this floor to just a nice dirty looking. This is usually my go-to. So now that we have that in there, we're going to raise this up about yay high. So now we got to set this wall texture. So this is the first layer of our new mountain face. So let's put that rock in there. Head back in. So now you can see it's a little bit deeper now. You've got the first level of our mountainside. Now we're gonna do that same exact thing one more time. Just finish bordering this up. Alright, so now we have another level of depth here. Take this. Maybe go a little higher with it this time. So you can see we're starting to get like a bit of a gradation going on. I think I'll keep it about right there. That's a good level. Maybe go down 2 little steps. Alright, and now we're going to do our same thing. We're just going to go in there and texture these up. We're going to give this the same rock texture. Now you can always choose different ones. There's plenty of free textures out there that will do a fantastic job of this. But now that we have like some bigger areas to work with up here, depending on the theme of your map, I like to add like little artifacts and stuff. So I'm gonna make a little pillar out here. just kind of sticking out of the dirt. We can see it right here. Just that up one. And we're gonna give this like an old looking kind of texture. I'm gonna use this because I'm gonna use the Rock 3 texture for the outside of the pillar. So now if we go back in here, change these up. So now it's like we've got a little pillar chilling out there. I like the look of that because it just makes it seem old, like it's an archaeological dig site or something. And of course you can put as much flair or whatever the hell you want on that. And then you know, as simple as it sounds, the Doom, the built-in trees and stalagmites actually can add a pretty good good look to your map. So I like to take the stalagmites, especially when I'm doing like canyons and stuff like that, and just put these all around here. Just be careful if you're putting them like too close to a wall or something, because sometimes you can get like some clipping between the object and the wall. And I mean, really, it only happens at certain angles, but still, something you kind of want to look out for. So now we can see that we've got all these little stalagmites poking up, which is really cool. Then we can work on the grass. So first, what you'll want to do is keep in mind that since this is the entrance to our building, of which there really isn't anything because that's not what this is about, but since this is the entrance, this is going to be a fairly well-traveled area. So we're going to go into our line tool here and just kind of make a little patch here. And then we're going to take this little patch. I'm going to use shift and my mouse wheel to bring it up two little pixels there. And we're going to change this to where's that real filthy grass? Oh, yeah, right here. See this one? Since this is a more well-traveled area, this is where all of whoever occupies this little base is walking in and out. This stuff's, you know, there's a lot of foot traveling and shit coming in here, so that's bound to look a little bit more messed up than everything else. And we're just going to take these outsides, and even though it's only a couple pixels, we're going to give that the same texture to kind of give it some fluidity. There you can see it kind of meshes. So now, similar like with what we did with the canyon, just going to make another little patch around this, because since the center is the more well-traveled of the area, we're going to make a little patch that has also suffered a little bit, but not nearly as much as this one right here. So let's just get these all lined up. Alright, so now that we have our next one, I'm going to move this up one little pixel, just to give it the ever so slightest gradation. And we're going to give this a slightly less filthy grass texture. It's actually this grass 2, I believe. Yeah, so now we can see that it's a very subtle difference, but we're actually going to take care of that pretty easily as well. So we'll do the same thing like we did before, put our texture on the outside of this little patch here. Give this our same grass 2 texture. And now, just to add that extra little oomph, make another little patch here. Then we're going to take this and bump that up one. And we're going to actually give this a rocky texture, like this right here. So this just looks like an area that was like completely wrecked. Actually, we can sink this in one so that it, you know, it looks like there's some height to the grass. And then we'll take this, and what we're going to do is put that texture around the outside. So now you can see we're starting to get some depth with our map here. And then what you're going to want to do is continue this theme throughout the map. Like over here, you could make another patch of that. Let's take this. So we'll take this. We're going to go up one because this is going to be our grass 2. This will go up 2 because this is going to be our dirty grass texture. And then with this one we can keep that there because we'll do another rock cluster. And then all you have to do is just texture the insides of these. So we're going to take this. We're going to give this the rock as well. We're going to take this one. Give it the oh, sorry, I still had that one selected. Take this one. We'll give this the dirty rock. And then take this guy here, and we'll give him the grass 2 like we did with the other one. So now if we step outside here, you can see there's some more realism to the ground outside, because let's face it, this is Doom we're talking about here. There's not going to be nothing but good grass all over the place. Another thing I like to do is just add little slopes out here on the mountains. So I'll just do something like this. Let me like that. Ah, bastard. Like so. And then you can see it kind of gets confused, so you're going to want to take these and don't make these impassable. And then just, yeah, see, because it just automatically applied textures to the backs of these, which we don't need that, because otherwise we've just got floating walls. I'm gonna have to do some fixing here. This is sector 3. We're gonna take these and make the back reference sector 3. There we go. Now everything should be kosher. Now take these and raise them up to however tall you want your slope to be. I'm just gonna do about yay high. What's that? Let's see if my memory serves me well. Nope. It's 181, isn't it? Yep. Okay, line floor. I gotta piss around with this. Strangely enough, I'd have to watch my own tutorial to make sure this worked right. But once you make one of these, you can copy it, paste it, as long as you make sure that you have set up Doom Builder so that it retains any line def actions when you're copying and pasting. Oh yeah, that would help if I put a starting point, wouldn't it? Yeah, see, I screwed that up. Well, actually, you can see the one slope is actually working, so now I know how to fix it. But yeah, so you can add a bunch of little slopes out here just to give it that extra degree of depth, because then it makes it look like there's more natural curvature in the canyons, when in reality majority of it is just these flat spaces. But you're really just trying to just give it a nice realistic look. But that's pretty much it. You're just going to want to add little bits and pieces of detail here and there. Like with the building, I just added a little step. That's nothing too major. Other than that, this thing's pretty standard. You can actually give this the building as well. So it looks like it's built into the side of this mountain. And then you could even go so far as to like add a window out over here, or even like just somewhere in the building where you can see out onto the canyon. That would be pretty cool. But that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, you're gonna have your brightness at like 255 for all the sky areas. And what I like to do is do the brightness slightly lower than max, and then in my actual building do it lower, because it's not getting as much natural daylight. And also take into account windows, etc., so that it's as realistic as possible. But this is about it for outdoor texturings. Just you know, make sure you put some variations in the grass. Try and make it as logical as possible. Sometimes, hell, you don't have to be. It's Doom. You can do whatever the hell you want. But that's pretty much it for outdoorsy stuff.